Welcome everyone to my Let's Play of Mega Man for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I'll be playing on the Wii Virtual Console here. And this is an action game that I kind of grew up with. I never really had the first Mega Man. I had Mega Mans 2, 3, and 6. My cousin had 1, 4, and 5. So between all of us we had the initial 6 Mega Mans. I only have the first 3 here for the Virtual Console because those were my favorites, so this was probably my least favorite out of them all because this one is really hard. There's a lot of quality of life improvements in the future ones that make it a little bit more easier, but we'll still give this one a go here. So the Mega Man games follow a standard format. You play as Mega Man, who was originally a lab assistant for Dr. Light, who was a robotics creator, and his former partner, Dr. Wily, is the main antagonist. And Dr. Wily basically was jealous of Dr. Light's success, and he became a mad scientist. Now, the first 6 robots here are actually created by Dr. Light, and Dr. Wily stole them and basically reprogrammed them to, you know, do evil and try to conquer the world, basically, like, you know, all mad scientists try to do. So, we unfortunately have to take out these 6 robots that have been reprogrammed, and it fell to Mega Man to do that. So, Mega Man was really just a lab assistant for Dr. Light, and he was a lab assistant. He was built to be a lab assistant because basically he can do a variety of tasks, and that's where his ability to absorb weapons comes from. And the games all have this rock, paper, scissors type feature to them, where each of the robot masters, when defeated, gives a weapon, and then that weapon can be used to easily defeat another one of the robot masters, and so forth and so on. And basically this creates like a big weakness chain. So, we get to choose. The game's a little non-linear. You get to choose which robot you want to go after first. I'm going to go after Bomb Man first, for a few reasons. One, he's pretty easy, and his weapon will allow us to defeat Guts Man. Guts Man's going to be weak against bombs, and we're going to need Guts Man's power to get a special weapon that is not obtained from defeating one of the bosses. In order to get that special weapon, we need either Guts Man's power or Elect Man's power. But with Elect Man's power, you would have to backtrack a little bit. So in order to avoid backtracking, we want to defeat Guts Man first before we go to Elect Man's stage. And in order to defeat Guts Man easy, we'd want to have Bomb Man's weapon. We could go after Guts Man first, but Guts Man is a little harder to defeat with just the regular pea shooter, which is your standard weapon. Bomb Man, not too hard. He lobs these bombs at you. He usually throws 3 at a time, and then he'll jump towards you. Just stay away, shoot at him. You can jump over the explosions of the bombs. He usually throws bombs close, mid, and then far distance. So in close and mid, you can avoid easily. Far distance, just jump when it hits the ground, and you should be able to avoid the thing. But once you defeat Bomb Man, we get his ability to throw bombs, and that'll come in handy when we take on Guts Man here. So he'll be our second robot. His stage is actually pretty hard because it involves a lot of platforming. It's kind of mining type stage, and there's these like little tracks. I want to say they're like, I don't want to say they're mine tracks because there's not a card on them, but there are these little platforms here, you see. Now this first one isn't that bad, but you see the one below, where the track gets really skinny, the platform's going to drop beneath us. So it's kind of sometimes tricky. We kind of just want to jump forward a little bit and then turn backwards a little bit to avoid being tossed off the platform. Once you make it through that, that's like the hardest part of the level. These skull guys can be a little bit annoying, but you can usually shoot them when they swoop down to hit you. Luckily, we get a little bit of an energy refill here. And now we have these miners who throw hammers at us. You can just throw one bomb at them, and the bomb will take them out in one hit. You can't, you can shoot them a bunch of times with your pea shooter, but that takes a lot of hits. And they have a shield. The shield can deflect your shots, but you throw the bomb there, it's not going to block the bomb, and that'll take him out in one hit. I'm going to fall down here and hold right so we land in that little hole there to get that full energy refill. There's 3 types of drops. We have those yellow or white little drops. What those do are they fill up your energy, which is shown by the little bar on the left-hand side of the screen. You have 28 units, different enemies depending on their strength takes off a different amount of health. We have these little solid bars. Those are just for points. This is the only Mega Man that actually has points. Points don't really do anything. I guess they're just a bragging right thing. Because you don't get extra lives for getting points or anything like that. And then the last drop is like a blue type thing, and that refills your energy refill. See, when I selected the bomb weapon there, another bar appeared to the left of my energy meter, which is the same color as whatever color Mega Man is when he selects a weapon. And that's your special weapon energy. Every time you use a special weapon, it drops down a little bit. If you collect those blue drops, that will help refill your special weapon energy. So each of the special weapons does something different, and they all take different amounts of ammo. So once we defeat Gutsman, our next robot will be Cutman here. And I see there's blocks. There's like 4 blocks there. We landed on one, and we're gonna jump on one right now. Those blocks can actually be picked up by the Guts power, and that's what we're going to use to defeat Quickman. Quickman's weak to the rocks that you can pick up with Gutsman's power, and they just so happen to be nice and give 2 of those blocks, which is all we need to defeat Quickman, in Quickman's room. So Quickman's stage is a little different than Bomb Man's stage and Gutsman's stage in that it's mainly vertical. We're going to mainly go up vertically, then we're going to go slightly horizontal for a little bit, and then we're going to drop back down. So, yeah, they mix things up in this game. A lot of early Nintendo games were just side-scrollers. This one actually incorporates some vertical movement into it, so not too much dangerous about this stage here. We have these annoying enemies. When they're down on the ground, you can't hit them, but when they jump, that's your chance to strike. So you have these little plunger-type looking enemies. They just move in a set pattern, either up and down or horizontal. So just look to see their pattern, and then shoot them when they stop. Whenever they come to a solid wall, they'll stop. They take quite a few hits, but they're not too difficult. You can either defeat them to maybe hopefully get an energy drop, or you can just avoid them depending on where they're at. So, like these guys here, just easy to avoid them. So, but some like these guys here in this tight corridor, gonna be tough to avoid. So, just defeat them. Take your time. This game doesn't have a timer, so you take as long as you need to defeat the stages. So, haste makes waste, and sometimes if you hurry too fast, you'll end up getting into a sticky situation and might be overwhelmed by the enemies. So, got a nice little refill there. Now we could drop down, but once again, haste makes waste, and if we drop down and take the quick way down, we can land in some spikes, so it's kind of tricky. See, yep, if we were to jump down there on the side rather than take the ladders, we would end up in that spikes there on the right. In this game, there's no mercy invincibility. In future games, if you get hit, your character starts flashing a little bit. And that just prevents you from taking multiple hits all at one time. But in future games, you can take a hit and you're slightly invincible for a little bit, so if you land on spikes after taking a hit, you'll be okay. Not in this game. If you take a hit and fall back into spikes, it's a defeat, so... Luckily, most stages have several checkpoints in them that you can restart at, so... We'll switch to our Guts power here, and hey, we got these 2 blocks right here. Cutman's not too hard. He throws that little scissor on his head there, that little blade. But he just jumps over us. We pick up the blocks and chuck them at him. And that defeats our third robot. 3 more to go. And that's what we'll pick up in our next episode with finishing off the remaining 3 robots. So take care. Thanks for following along. Have a good day. Bye.